Let's be real. Some people measure their worth by how many friends they have, not how genuine those friendships are. But for others, especially those who are more on the brainy side, friendships are a little less crowded. If you've ever wondered why some of the smartest people you know seem to roll solo or stick to a tight-knit crew, it's not because they're antisocial or secretly hate brunch. The truth is, there are real psychological and behavioral reasons behind this selective social circle. And it has a lot more to do with intelligence than introversion. Today, we're diving into the 8 surprising reasons why highly intelligent people often have fewer friends. And spoiler alert, it's not because they don't like you. One, they see through people easily. One of the most common traits among smart individuals is the ability to read between the lines. Not just in books, but in people. When someone is putting on a mask, trying too hard, or climbing the social ladder a bit too aggressively, intelligent people pick up on it fast. And they're not impressed. This isn't about being judgmental, it's about efficiency. Smart people value authenticity and emotional integrity. They're not interested in shallow conversations or performative friendships. So instead of pretending to like someone for the sake of networking or social status, they'd rather step away and protect their energy. 2, they're more observant than most. You'll often find intelligent people quietly observing the world around them. They might not be the loudest in the room, but they're definitely taking mental notes. This heightened sense of awareness makes them acutely sensitive to behavior patterns, both good and bad. That viral argument on social media, that funny friend who low-key insults everyone, the constant need some people have for validation, yeah, they notice all of it. And it's exhausting. Because of this, they tend to be more careful about who they engage with, and more intentional about where they invest their time. 3, they don't get involved in drama. If drama were a sport, some people would be Olympic-level athletes. But intelligent people? They're on the bench by choice. They're too busy solving real problems, setting goals, or just enjoying their peace to get sucked into emotional chaos. They don't need to be part of every disagreement, gossip session, or group chat meltdown. In fact, the more drama-prone a social circle is, the faster they'll retreat. They simply don't see the value in it. For them, drama is noise. And smart people are all about clarity. 4, they don't feel the need to prove their worth. Highly intelligent people know their value. They're not walking around waiting for external validation or measuring themselves by how many likes they get. They've got internal benchmarks, standards that matter more than popularity or attention. Because of this, they don't feel the need to constantly impress others or chase approval. And in a world where so many friendships are built on mutual validation or shared insecurities, that kind of independence can seem distant. But it's not arrogance, it's self-sufficiency. 5, they're cautious about letting new people in. Smart people might not have a big group of friends, but they have something far more valuable: trust. They know who's really there for them, who truly gets them, and who's just along for the ride. That's why they're careful about who they allow into their lives. Compatibility matters. Shared values, emotional maturity, and genuine connection are non-negotiables. And they often test new people subtly, not in a manipulative way, but to understand their intentions. If someone's inconsistent, selfish, or just not aligned, they're out. No hard feelings, just boundaries. 6, others often find them intimidating. Let's be honest, some people just don't know what to do with intelligence that isn't watered down. Smart people often speak their minds, challenge bad behavior, and hold themselves and others to higher standards. That can be intimidating. Even if they're not trying to be confrontational, their confidence and clarity can come off as threatening. So instead of building connections, they might unintentionally create distance. But here's the thing. The people who do see through that intimidating layer, the ones who appreciate honesty, directness, and integrity, those are the relationships that last. 7, they're hard to understand. Many intelligent people live in their heads, not in a detached from reality way, but in there's a constant stream of ideas running at 100 miles per hour kind of way. They analyze, reflect, overthink, and daydream. And sometimes it's just easier to be alone with those thoughts. Socializing can feel like a chore when your brain is already juggling a dozen philosophical debates, business ideas, or weird late-night rabbit holes. So while others might thrive on small talk, Smart people often find it draining, not because they're rude, but because it pulls them out of their internal world, where they often feel most at home. 8. They're deeply focused on their goals. If you've got big dreams, you don't have time for distractions. Smart people tend to be highly goal-oriented. They think long-term, plan strategically, and work consistently, even if no one's watching. While other people are out partying or binge-watching the latest trend, they might be up at 2 a.m. sketching out a business plan or reading a book that changes how they see the world. Their focus can make them seem rigid or no fun, but in reality, they're just prioritizing growth over entertainment. And that kind of discipline often comes with a smaller, more intentional social life. So what's the takeaway? If you've ever felt like your social circle is small, or you just don't click with most people, it doesn't mean something's wrong with you. In fact, it might mean you're smart. Like really smart. Intelligent people aren't less social, they're just more selective. They value quality over quantity, depth over surface level, and connection over convenience. So if you're one of those people with only a few close friends, don't worry, you're not missing out, you're just ahead of the curve. And hey, if your circle is small, just remember, even Einstein had only a handful of friends. You're in good company. If you found this video meaningful, drop a comment below and share your experience. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might find this content useful. And as always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.